Cattle, horses, and bison have now been suspended at the southern border, all because of a tiny fly. Texas leaders say the New World screwworm could devastate cattle and the economy.
Fox SA's Jordan Elder has more on the threat and what's being done on both sides of the border to stop it.
This is a New World screwworm. I know you're probably thinking this looks like a fly, but this is what its larva looks like. They burrow into the flesh of living animals or people, and they expand the wounds using these to kind of dig in like a screw.
And if it hits America, it is going to be absolutely devastating to our cattle industry, at the top of the list, frankly, to a lot of our industries.
Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins says that for months, the U.S. has been trying to stop New World screwworms from making their way across the border. And now that means all imports of cattle, horses, and bison will be blocked from entering. A tiny terror threatening to wreak havoc on U.S. livestock, wildlife, and economies.
We're looking at a $1.8 billion economic impact to Texas every year.
Peyton Schumann works with the Texas and Southwestern Cattle Raisers Association. He says the cost of blocking these shipments is small compared to the huge losses the screwworms could cause.
I think it's a drop in the bucket.
Over the last 2 years, the screwworm has been moving north, through Panama, through South America, and now into Mexico. One of the big issues for Texas
is this fly is very active when the weather is above 65 degrees.
This wouldn't be our first rodeo with these flies. Secretary Rollins says on X, quote, "The last time this devastating pest invaded America, it took 30 years for our cattle industry to recover. This cannot happen again."
Entonces no estamos de acuerdo con esta medida.
But Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum says Mexico has been collaborating with the U.S. to eradicate the bugs. That includes dozens of planes like this one, full of sterile flies, unable to produce that dangerous larva.
And just like a crop duster, they disperse them over the infected areas.
But the Department of Agriculture is calling for more surveillance too, communication about where and when these bugs are attaching to animals. They'll take a look at the data in 2 weeks to help make further decisions. Jordan Elder, Fox SA.
He was released